What's up, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, and welcome to GameSite, where we're bringing you a review of Halo 4. As you can see here, I got the steel case out of the limited edition, or the legendary edition, of Halo 4. Probably the only good thing to come out of that, unfortunately. But it looks nice. It's white, it's clean. Great addition to 80 collection. It's a good one to mine. But let's get to it. Here's our review of Halo 4.
Halo 4 was released on November 6th, 2012. This is the first game not done by Bungie and was produced by 343 Industries, who have taken over the franchise. This is also Master Chief's first appearance since 2007's Halo 3. One of the first things you'll notice when you start this game is just how gorgeous it looks. 343 managed to pull off a beautiful game on the Xbox 360 that gives Crysis 2 a run for its money as the best looking 360 game. The textures look detailed, and it plays without any lag to remain beautiful. Not only is it gorgeous to look at, but it's fun to play, and it keeps true to the roots of Halo gameplay. Starting with the campaign, you'll notice a mix of familiar gameplay and some new things. Starting with the story. Master Chief has been in cryosleep for 4 years and is awakened to find himself near a Forerunner planet. He encounters the Covenant as well as a new enemy known as the Prometheans. There's more story in this game than in previous Halos, and it takes a more serious path exploring the relationship between Master Chief and Cortana. This is a fantastic story that will keep you on the edge of your seat until the climactic finish, and it's fun from the beginning all the way to the end. They've added a lot more cutscenes between missions and areas to really tell the story, and it does an excellent job of transitioning and not hindering on your gameplay experience. It just feels right. The gameplay feels just as familiar to any previous Halo player than before, except they've added a couple of other things that other first-person shooters do. The first is the ability to run, which is a great addition. It makes it easier to escape if you find yourself in a tight situation or bind. Second is QuickTime events, which is also a nice touch, because it's not overused and it adds to the intensity of the situation. Vehicles are the same and they feel the same with the exception of the Banshee. Those controls have changed for the worst. It feels difficult to navigate, and it's not as smooth as in previous Halo games. A lot of weapons have returned from Halo 3 and Halo Reach, but they've added plenty of new weapons, both human and Covenant variety. Since we're introduced to a new species, they've added a slew of weapons that are familiar to us, both in the human and Covenant types, but have a slight variation. And their animations and reloading for all weapons have changed slightly, and they look better. It's a nice touch. As with previous games, you can play the campaign co-op or solo. It's easier to play through the game with a friend, but given the story, I feel the best experience through the campaign is solo. You should also make an effort to beat the game on Legendary, so you'll see an extended, controversial ending. Overall, this is one of the best campaigns for Halo to date. The multiplayer has some slight changes to it, and it would seem that these changes were influenced by such shooters as Call of Duty. Now, traditional Halo players may not like them right away, but Call of Duty players will appreciate the changes, and it may bring them over for a bit of the Halo action. The game types remain the same, with a minor name change or two, but they've brought back some fan favorites such as SWAT and Griffball, and it's nice to see that 343 is catering to the Halo community. One game type that's missing is Headhunter mode, which was introduced in Halo Reach. This was a personal favorite of mine, and it's sad to see it missing from the game. Similar to Reach, you can unlock more armors and customize your player and his color scheme. Similar to Call of Duty, you gain experience as you play, which helps you level up, unlock more weapons and abilities, and enter a new level up mode similar to Prestige. Probably one of the biggest changes to multiplayer is the ability to create classes with different weapons and abilities as you unlock them. No longer is it a race for those special weapons on the map. However, you can get special weapons through a kill streak-like reward known as Ordnance Drops. This is where you choose between several different weapons, and it will just drop a package right in front of you for you to pick up and use. Overall, these changes are a welcome addition, but can arguably take away the level playing field Halo is known for. It would be nice to have a classic game type for those who want a traditional Halo experience. But it's easy to see why these changes were made to bring over some of those other first-person shooter players. However, Halo does remain around the teamwork for objectives and Team Slayer, as well as headshots for fast, effective kills. This has always been a staple of the franchise and a big difference from games like Call of Duty. Forge and Theater mode make a return, but with even more ways to customize and create. And this is a unique staple to the franchise. Lastly, they've added a new mode called Spartan Ops, which replaces the co-op mode in previous Halo's Firefight. And this is a bittersweet thing, because Firefight mode was a great co-op mode to play with friends and a nice change from the multiplayer. Spartan Ops is an episodic mode which continues the story after 6 months after the events of Halo 4. You play as a group of Spartans that go on missions, and each episode has 5 chapters that you play through, solo or co-op. And we'll dive more into the Spartan Ops mode as we take a look and review each episode. So overall, let's take a look at the positives. This game looks amazing and is one of the best looking Xbox 360 games to date. It has a great campaign and storyline. It's a good mix of old and new multiplayer, and it's also a good mix of familiar and solid gameplay. On to the negatives. They got rid of the co-op mode, Firefight, and that there's no classic Halo multiplayer gameplay.
Well, there it is, Halo 4. Comment below, let me know what you guys think of the game and the review. And don't forget to check us out on Twitter @GameSite, as well as like us on Facebook. And as always, be sure to subscribe for more reviews and analysis. Well, until next time, guys, I'm Bonfire, and I'll see you online.